Hello, everybody. Welcome to another webinar. So happy to see all of you who have joined us early. So please say hi in the chat. Would like to see who's here. I see Nizar is here, Amy is here, Ming Chai. Yes. So do say hi so that we know that you're here. Hi, Gladys, Marcus, Christine. Yeah, so our webinar is usually very lively, very engaging and interactive. So we really want to interact with you. We don't want it to be like kind of like just a monologue where we just drone on and on. Yeah, okay, I see a lot of you like coming to live now and like saying hi to us. Hi, Herman, Joanne, Joseph, Felice, Wenjai. Awesome. Okay, so today, I think if you have looked at the agenda when you're signing up, right, it's really something different. It's something different from what we usually do. So tonight is actually called the Love Collective. So we have decided to bring back the Love Collective because it has been something that a lot of you has been asking for. So tonight, other than hearing from my two lovely experts who'll be joining me, you'll be seeing them shortly. Rather than just hearing from us dishing out dating advice and tips, which we usually do, we are actually getting you guys to join in to be a love guru as well. So we want to also tap in onto your insights, your experience, your knowledge to tackle some of these challenging issues that have been sent in by some of our participants tonight. So we are very excited. We have quite a number of different situations here. And of course, we decided to choose the ones that we feel that, it seems like really challenging. And then we feel that maybe some of you are facing some of these challenges as well. So who's ready for tonight's Love Collective? Let me know in the chat. Say yes if you're ready. Yeah, I see more of you have said hi. Yes, Ivy say yes. Yeah, I see Gladys say yes. Awesome. Herman, Marcus, yes. Well, go. Okay. So maybe very quickly, right? I just want to put out a poll first. Okay. I think maybe you guys know that we always like to have a lot of polls. And tonight it's like even more important that you guys know all the different functions of the webinar because we'll be doing a lot of polls tonight because like I say, like we are not just the one who will be giving advice. We really want to be tapping on your expertise and your wisdom and your experience as well. Okay, so I'm going to launch the poll right now. Who has actually joined our two previous Love Collective before this? Okay, so you can just click one of the answers. It's like me, I watched them all, found it insightful. I only watched one of the two, or this is my first time. Okay, let us know. Okay, so I think, from what I'm seeing right now, like half of the room have already participated in this poll. It seems that most of you are first timers. I think like more than 75% of you say that this is the first time that you are doing this, which is awesome. So we just want to let you know how this works. So what is going to happen is that I'm going to read out the scenario or the question that we have been sent, and then we are going to ask you some questions. In the poll we are going to ask you, what do you think the singer should do? Like the person who have sent in this question, in your mind, like after reading this or after listening to this person's challenge, what do you think he or she should do? And at the same time, we also want you to comment in the chat as well and let us know why do you think you have given this particular advice to the singer. And of course, I will be reading out some of your answers so that the person who has sent in their question can benefit from your sharing as well. And in addition to that, of course, like my two lovely ladies tonight, which is our love experts for tonight, will also be sharing their advice and their comments with regards to the question as well. And also in some of the polls, I'm going to be asking you very specifically. So I say, okay, so for this question, only the guys will answer, and for this question, only the ladies will answer, because I think, the singer who's asking, like they might want to hear from the different genders perspective. So maybe it's like a lady asking a question, they might also want to hear what guys have to say. And similarly, if the guy is the one who's asking the question, he might want to hear the lady's point of view as well. Okay, so okay, are you excited? Excited, say yes, or you say go, go, go. I'm really excited as well because it's been a long time since we run the Love Collective. I didn't realize that it's been so long. Like when I saw that my team was telling me the last time we actually did a Love Collective was in August last year, I was like, whoa, really? So I'm really glad that we have bringing this back, because usually when we do Love Collective, it's always very fun, very engaging, and also usually we all learn a lot because, like I say, we're not just hearing from our love experts, experts, but we are hearing from you guys who's the audience as well. Okay, so as we have seen, like quite a number of you are here for the first time. So I just want to do a very, very quick intro of who I am as well as the company who's hosting tonight's webinar. So as you can see, my name is Violet and I'm usually in Violet. So started a business 17 years ago with my then boyfriend, now husband. I think some of you might have seen the intro video so you can kind of know our love story, because a lot of people, when they know that I am a matchmaker or I run a dating service, they always say that, oh, so did you meet your boyfriend or husband at a dating service as well, or a dating app? So actually we didn't. We met at university, as you have watched just now. So that was 17 years ago. Like, time really flies. I cannot believe that it has been so long since we started the business. So since then, we have expanded to many different locations. We started in Singapore, and then now we are in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Indonesia, and Thailand. And of course, we are also expanded our services as well. So we have offline, we have online, we also have apps. But however, I think I always want to share a bit more about our philosophy, because I think at the end of the day, right, I think it's very important that you understand what we are trying to do and how we go about doing it, our methodology as well. So a lot of singles, they feel that they are single is because they have not met the right one, which I think makes sense, because like people will be like, oh, I'm single because I've not met the right one, or the one that I'm interested in, maybe I like them, they don't like me, or they like me, I don't like them, things like that. But we realize that finding the right one, other than just meeting the right one, you also need to be the right one. So it's very important that you have the right mindset and the right skill set, so that when you actually meet the right one, you are able to be the best version of yourself and also attract the person to like you back as well. And the other part of it, which is very important, is really choosing the right one, because I'm sure we all have friends, or maybe it even happened to ourselves as well. We just keep choosing the same type of person, even though like relationship after relationship, it didn't work out. But I think a lot of times we're just trying to find closure. So that's why at Lunch, actually, what we help our clients with is we want to help you guys to be the best version of yourself, be the right one, meet the right one, and also choose the right one. So that's why at Lunch, actually, other than our matchmaking services, we also have date coaching, relationship coaching, as well as image coaching as well. And of course, most recently, about middle of last year, we also have launched our dating app to, I would say, provide better service, to give a easier platform for our clients to also interact with our matchmakers as well. So that's the quick introduction about who I am and also what we do. And of course, now, without further ado, I'd like to very quickly introduce my guest panelists for tonight. So please welcome, drum roll, Angela and Renee. So please type welcome to say hi to our two gorgeous ladies who's joining me for tonight. Say hello. Yes. Don't be shy. Yeah, because I think, like maybe they're also feeling a bit nervous. I think Angela might have done Love Collective before, but this is definitely the first time that Renee is doing Love Collective with us. Yeah, so we have Ginny who said hi, Joseph said hi, Salim said hi. Thanks. This is awesome. Okay, so I think everybody is like, can't wait to hear what is the first question that we have received. But of course, before we get started, very quickly, I want to open up the floor to our two lovely speakers so that they can introduce themselves. So maybe we'll start with Renee. So Renee, you want to give a quick introduction of yourself?
Hi. Thanks for having me again. I'm Renee, a dating coach in Lunch actually. So my dream is to help singles all over the world to find happiness in love. I've been providing singles with the tools, the techniques, and the guidance they need to turn things around the right way.
Awesome. Thanks, Renee. Very happy to have you back again. And of course, we have Angela, which I'm sure a lot of you are very familiar with. So Angela, you want to say hi and introduce yourself to our participants tonight?
Hi, so thanks for having me back. So I'm Angela, so assistant head coach in Lunch actually. So and also have been coaching singles for more than 6 years. So my role is basically to analyze where and what are the dating challenges each single is facing and help them to overcome them.
Okay, awesome. Okay, I think tonight, right, like you all like need a bit more energy. Like everybody is like maybe a bit like tired. Okay, so I really want to make sure that all of you are up to be the Love Collective, because I say, it's not just us talking today, we really need your participation as well. Okay, so let us know how everybody is doing. I think some of you say that I are locked down, that's why I have not talked to people for a long time. Maybe that's why everybody is like a bit low energy, right? Okay, so maybe just get things started. Okay, just let us know where you are from, because we have someone who say, Herman, who say, Angela, are you a Hong Konger? Nice accent. Yes, so Angela is a Hong Konger. Okay, let us know where you're from. Okay, Joanna say Malaysia. Okay, where else? Where else are you from? Okay, KL, Singapore. Okay, where else? Jakarta, Singapore, Singapore. Okay, like, do we have any representative? Okay, we have Jakarta, Malaysia, KL, Singapore. Any people from Thailand? Any singers? Oh, Philippines, nice. Any Thailand or any Hong Kong? Let us know. Let us know. Trong Chit is from Thailand. Welcome, welcome. And then we have Ji Fang, who is from Hong Kong. Yay! So all of our 5 locations are being represented. Okay, nice. And then Niza is very patriotic. Niza says Singapore 100%. Awesome. Okay, so maybe I think let us know, how are you guys feeling? I know because Malaysia now is in like FMCO. Is that the correct word to describe it? Because sometimes people tell me FMCO, some people tell me total MCO. Yes. So how are you guys feeling? Like, I know numbers are not great, but how are you doing? Let us know. Singapore as well. We are like halfway through our phase 2 heightened alert. Yes, how are we doing? Okay, so Joanna say yes, it's FMCO. Andy say I'm feeling good. Okay, I think it's important. That's why I'm so excited to have all of you here with us tonight, right? Because even though things are like, numbers are going up, cases are going up, I think all of those things are not really within our control. I mean, of course, we can do our part by staying at home, like not going out when we don't need to. Of course, wash our hands, wear our masks and things like that, right? But I think we cannot really control exactly, like whether the government is going to like shut down and things like that. But what we can control is really our own mindset, our mood, our perspective. So that's why I'm just so very excited that, instead of like doing so many other things, you could be watching Netflix, you could be like just sleeping or whatever. You have decided to choose to be here and spend time with us, and of course help the singers who have sent in their questions, to help solve their problem, and also of course join us and to learn some new tips. So I'm very, very excited for all of you guys. Okay, yes, so let's get started. Okay, I'm very excited because we have our first dating question. Okay, so drum roll. Okay, so our first dating question, and then like maybe May or Chris, are you going to be helping me flesh it up as well? Because then they can, thank you. So they can also be looking at some of the details while I'm going through it. Wow, very long, as you can see. So I think you'll be reading it, but also we'll be, doing some of the highlights. So the first question is from Anne. So Anne said that she's in her mid-30s. Okay, so she had a boyfriend when she's in high school, and then they dated through high school. Even after they graduated. However, he went to study in Australia, and then they had a LDR. Wow, okay, like Anne's story sounds so similar to my story when I was growing up. But okay, never mind, back to Anne. But it was really tough. He was busy with his new friends, and then Anne felt neglected. He wasn't there when she needed him. Then, like texts become shorter and shorter. So cut the long story short, they ended up breaking up and they lost touch. So now it has been many, many years, and sometimes maybe they have, saw each other updates on Facebook, but never talk. So since this whole COVID pandemic, so Anne has started to become more active on social media. And of course, I think a lot of us been doing it. I've been doing it as well. I've started like talking to people that I have not talked to like in years, sometimes even in decades, right? So, okay, Anne, similarly, she has also become more active on social media and, try to catch up with friends. So, of course, the ex is one of them. So one night she DM'd him and asking how he was, like didn't really thinking much about it, like because she's just catching up with people in general, right? So then, wow, he replied, and then since then they have ended up chatting a lot, even talking on the phone every day. So something strange happened, suddenly she remembered all of these good memories, and then she felt that she wanted more. And of course, as it went on, like she said that it got a bit flirty, and then he seemed interested as well. And then so she's thinking, is it a good idea to continue with this? So she thinks that she's starting to have feelings for this guy again, which is her ex. Okay, so what do you guys think? Like Andy say, oh my God. Okay, why Andy, why you say OMG? Okay, so I think before you start giving advice to Anne, we want to hear your thoughts on, okay, let me just very, very quickly put on the poll. Yes. So we want to hear from you. Have you ever rekindled romance after losing contact with your ex? Yes, yes, let us know. Okay. So I think like this is something that okay, some people yes, some people no. Like wow, the answers right now is quite balanced, quite interesting. Okay, okay, come, join us, join us. Like now about 50% have voted. If you have not joined us, like I say, you know, this whole idea is like we want to participate and have fun and learn together. Okay, come. I give you a couple of seconds more. So have you ever rekindled romance after losing contact with your ex? Okay, so I think some of you are still thinking, like now we have about 60%. What happened to the 40% of the room? Like you're still thinking, you can't remember yes or no, or like it's not so difficult to answer. There's just 2 yeses and 2 nos. Okay, so I'm just going to end the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, ended. Okay, so the highest answer is no, I haven't. X should remain an X. Wow, interesting. Okay, so those of you who have said that, right, maybe you want to share why X should remain an X. That is 40% of the room. Okay, and then we have 32%, interestingly, that is the next highest. 32% who say that no, I haven't, but I'll be open to it. Okay. And this is followed by yes, I have, but we already broke up again. Wow, okay, this is interesting. So actually 24% of the room actually got back together with their ex and then broke up again. That is actually really higher than I expected. What do you guys think? Like, were you shocked by that? I'm like, wow, I didn't know like so many people actually get back together with their ex again. Very interesting. And 5% of the room say that yes, I have when we are still dating. Wow. Okay, very, very interesting. I think the answers like is really not what I have expected. Okay, let's see. So Jonathan say you can't read the same book again and expect a different ending. Okay, interesting. Well, maybe it worked for some others, like the ones that who say they are still dating. But I guess maybe Jonathan, your answer is very applicable to the 24% who say yes, I have, but we already broke up again. Okay, and they say start anew lah. Okay. Yuki say unless it's really true love. Interesting. Okay, now let's help our singer. Okay, let's help Anne with her question. And for right now, I want only the women to answer. Okay, so if you are guys, right, guys, please don't answer. Okay, so women, please answer this question. Like if you were in Anne's shoes, what would you do? Okay, let's see what would the women do. Okay, I know the answers are a bit long, so you all have to read. So the first one is definitely continue talking to the ex and arrange for a date to see if I'm really still interested. Second one is continue talking and wait for him to make the move. Then third one is continue talking but adjust my expectations because he may just be doing this for fun. Fourth, say I would stop here before I get more feelings involved. Okay, so come, ladies in the room. We want to hear from you. Let us know what you would do. Okay, so I'm going to close the poll soon because it's that we have so much to get through to this evening. Okay, so if you have not voted, okay, please vote now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and okay, there's a clear winner in the answer. Okay, the clear winner, like half of the women in the room say continue talking but adjust my expectations because he may just be doing this for fun. Interesting. So the ladies who said this, right, why do you guys say this? Very interesting. Okay, and this is followed by continue talking and just wait for him to make the move to ask me out. So that is 26% of the room said that. So I think from what I'm seeing, right, generally ladies are like kind of like playing it safe. They are like, okay, like don't mind talking, but I'm not going to, put too much hope into this because like I don't want to be disappointed again. And the other one is like, just maybe see if he's really serious. If he's serious, he would make the move to ask me out. I think that is interesting and a good decision. Okay, and next poll, this one is only women only again. I think like, okay, don't worry guys, you get your turn, okay? Okay, so the next question we have for the ladies also. So what do you think is the reason why someone contact their ex after losing contact? Interesting. So I think just now, like we asked the ladies, right? We say like, what would you do? And like seem like the ladies, like I say, take a very cautious approach. They're like, okay, maybe he's just having fun, or like, I want to see whether he's serious and see if he'll ask me out again. Okay, like what do you think is the reason? Okay, the answers are coming in. Interestingly, it's a very mixed answers for this one. Like almost every single one, it's like, it's like a horse racing. I see the numbers coming in. Okay, so same thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, close. Okay, so most ladies think it's because he misses the friendship and want to still be friends. Interesting. Okay, so that's what ladies think. Okay, why guys would actually approach their ex, and followed quite closely next by he misses her and probably has an ulterior motive. Okay, what could be the ulterior motive? Interesting. Okay. So and the last question I think we have for the ladies. Okay, guys, you get your turn. Don't worry. Okay, last question we have for the ladies. What do you think is a good time to contact your ex? Yeah, when is a good time to contact your ex? And maybe you also want to share with us why. So okay. Very interesting. Okay, because it's so interesting. The one that is like the most people who have answered it, right? It's like so decisively, and so many people say that it's like, okay, I think like maybe guys, you all want to guess what did the ladies say? Guys, what do you all think? Like before I review the answer, right? Maybe you want to let us know. Like what do you think is the highest percentage of what the women say for this question? What do you think is a good time to contact your ex? Interesting. Okay, so okay, I'm just going to close it right now. I think some of you got it right lah, and most of you got it wrong. So actually, again, interesting. Half of the ladies in the room say, I believe there's no need to contact your ex. Okay, so that's actually 50% of the room. So some of you got it right. Okay, and it's followed close, not that close lah, 10% less. So about 36% say the time doesn't matter as long as you have moved on. I think that makes a lot of sense because it's true lah. I think if you have not moved on and then you go and contact your ex, then it's just opening up a can of worms, and sometimes opening Pandora's box and don't know whether you can deal with it, right? Okay, guys, so now it's your turn. Okay, like you have been like sitting there waiting to go, right? Okay, so guys, if you were in Anne's shoes, what would you do? Okay, so like if you are Anne, so what would you do? Like let's see, would like guys and girls actually answer the same? Interesting. Quite different, quite different. Okay, come, guys, faster, answer. Then we can see like what is the is it same like for guys and girls? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, close. Okay, so why I say very interesting, right, is because for guys, okay, the first one, the first highest one is same thing as the ladies, which is maybe he's just doing this for fun. But the second highest one is actually I would stop here before I get more feelings involved. Interesting. So you can see guys and girls, the answers are a bit different. Okay, and then the next question, we are also asking the guys. So why do you think a girl would actually contact their ex after losing contact? So let's see. Is it the same? Come. Hurry up. No time. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, most of the guys think it's because the lady missed the friendship and want to still be friends with the guy. And the last question, what do you think is a good time to contact your ex? Okay, so guys, what do you think? When is a good time to contact your ex? Is it the same? Like, is it the same as the ladies, or is different? Yeah, this one is very curious to know. Okay, come, vote, don't be shy. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so guys, a bit different. So take note. So guys say that the time doesn't matter as long as you have moved on. That is the highest, about 40% of the room. Followed by you can contact him or her anytime. There's no rule. And then followed by, I believe that there's no need to contact your ex. Okay, so we can see from here that actually ladies are actually more adverse to actually contacting their ex lah. Okay, so let's ask our date coach Renee. Okay, so Renee, I think like you have heard about Anne's situation, and of course you have heard all of this like great ideas and feedback from our participants tonight. So what do you think about Anne's situation?
I think it's quite normal if you feel excitement and surprise when your good ex contacts you after losing contact. I think it's because you feel like you get a second chance or a chance to right a wrong. Although this person, used to be your boyfriend, so you know a lot about him. In a way, you get to skip that getting to know each other part, and your feelings may develop a lot quicker than if you date someone new. However, you must really identify your real reason for why you want to consider rekindling this romance. Based on Anne's story, right? She and her ex are just starting to talk again, and they have not met up after so many years. So I think if she is really interested in exploring this further, you can try to meet up with him and see if there is still chemistry there when she meets. This also can show, if the guy is sincere, because if he's just looking for someone to talk to, he may not be so eager to meet her.
Thanks, Renee, for that. What about you, Angela? Do you have any thoughts in addition to what Renee have said?
Yes, so to add on what Renee says, so it may be easy to just assume that you know everything about your ex lah, because you used to be in relationship, but a lot can happen after a couple breaks up. So whether it's for a short term or a long term spent apart, so they will naturally change in many ways. So for example, you both may have dated new people and you both like learn what you like and what you dislike. So you become more emotionally mature, or you may also know what you are looking for lah. So I think in Anne's case, she and her ex will likely have both changed in many different ways since they broke up. So this means you will have to get to know each other all over again. You can't just assume things will be the same just because you knew each other before. So like Renee say, you need to identify whether you really want to rekindle romance with your ex or it just temporary feeling. So if you are sure that you want to rekindle or at least explore it further, then you should start all over and get to know each other from the start again, and don't take anything for granted lah.
I think that makes a lot of sense. So I'm not sure how many of you are like my era, and so the ones who watch Friends, you all know this show called Friends, right? So recently there's this Friends reunion. So I mean I watched Friends reunion with my husband and also my son. My son is very into Friends, even though he's like how old? 15. I introduced him to Friends and then he loves it. Okay, but anyway, why am I talking about Friends? Is because in Friends there's this couple, right? Like Rachel and Ross. It's like, oh my goodness, it's like they keep like getting together, breaking up, getting together, breaking up, and it's like after a while it's like, wow, like I think like what some of you say, right, like give up already. Okay, but of course at the end they did have a happy ending lah. And maybe this is also the time I also want to hear from those of you who say that yes, I am currently dating my ex. I think so, maybe 5% of the room just now said that. Like, so those of you who said that, right, really want to hear from you. Like, what do you think of what Renee and Angela have said? So So do you agree that you really kind of did it because you kind of thought that everything is like going to be so much easier because you already know each other very well, or it's because like that both of you have actually matured, you actually have met different people along the way, you are like older now, you have different experiences, and you really kind of get to know each other again, and rather than just being very focused on like, how we were previously. And I think to just add on to what Renee and Angela have mentioned, right? I think sometimes like when we think of things in the past, like we tend to see it really through like rose tinted glasses. Like everything always seemed like very good. Like we kind of forget about like all the very bad things. Like we tend to forget about why we even broke up in the first place. Like we forgot about like, oh, this person broke my heart, and like why, I was so sad, I was so miserable. Like we kind of forget all of that, and we just kind of like pick and choose, right? All the things that are really good, and then like we kind of also start making it even better than what it might seem. So I think these are maybe some of the pitholes that we need to look out for. But of course, I think there have been relationships, like Rachel and Ross, even though it's in a show, that has worked out, right? And I think it's because over the years they have gotten to know each other even better. They accept each other's flaws and imperfections. At the same time, they embrace, like who they are at the core, of it, and they feel that they can accept, each other, all the goods and all the bads. So something to really think about. So thank you so much, Renee and Angela, for sharing your thoughts with us, and of course thank you to all of you for sharing your experiences with us as well. There were some of the answers I was like really quite surprised. I didn't know that so many people actually do get back with their exes, even though you all have mentioned that but you broke up again. But glad to know 5% of you guys are still going strong. So 加油加油. Okay, so next question. Okay, we have another question, and then this question is actually from a guy. So Alex is 29 years old, and Alex say that, oh no, Alex say that I've just found out that my ex has been cheating on me with my colleague. We have been dating for 2.5 years. I'm really heartbroken and I can't move on. Since I found out, has been contacting me to apologize, wanting to get back together. Although I'm deeply hurt, I still love her very much. We have been dating for years. I feel like I may not find someone like her again, and we are even close to each other's family. So should I forgive her and give her another chance? Okay, so I think what we are hearing here is that, okay, Alex found out that his girlfriend now, has been cheating on him. So I think why he says it's an ex, because clearly they have already broken up. So that's why he referred to her as an ex. Yep. So wow. Okay. Amy say like that sucks. Yeah, I agree. So okay, let's ask the guys first. Okay. So guys, okay, your chance to go first. Just now we did ladies first. So guys, we want to hear from you. If you were in Alex's shoes, what would you do? Okay, let us know. Let us know. Okay, what would you do? Okay, and then while you're sharing with me your answer, like we have, Billy here in the chat who say that forgive her, yeah, give her a chance. Dee say this is tough, but really need to find out the reason why she cheated with his colleague. Andy say give a second chance and talk over again. Okay, so guys, please vote, please vote. We really want to hear from you, and I think definitely ladies want to hear like your point of view as well. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm going to end. Okay, so I'm not going to say the answer first because we do not want the ladies to be impacted by your answers. Okay, so I'm just going to write down very quickly. Okay, so the next question is, of course, for ladies. Okay, so ladies, we want to hear from you. Your chance to give your feedback now. So, like, let's say Alex is your friend, Alex is your best friend now. Okay, and Alex come to you and tell you that this has happened to him. Like, what would you advise Alex to do? Okay, so yes. A lot of you are like voting very furiously. So hurry up because we want to hear from more of you guys. So please let us know your answer. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so quite interesting. Let me write this down. Okay, so the answer is for the guys say that 42% of guys say that should move on. Okay. And then 47% of women also say that should move on. Okay, so quite similar. And then for guys, 31% say that find out the real reason why she cheat and reflect on himself. He may have unintentionally play a factor. And 38% of women say that find out the real reason. Okay, so I think for women, it seems that quite decisive. Almost half of the room say that maybe you should just move on. But then for the guy side, it's more spread across the remaining of the three answers other than the just move on. Okay, interesting. So we have some comments in the chat also. So EJ say leopards don't change their spots. Andy say love and forgive. Marcus say, I honestly don't know how to answer because it's similar case to me. Oh no. Amy say this is so interesting and intriguing. Ziming say, I'll listen to an answer, but 90% I'll leave. So I think Ziming is saying that, yes, I will listen, but chances are he already make up his mind. Joseph say, my answer is a hybrid between B and D. Okay, interesting. B is find the reason, and D, I think he should forgive because if he really loved her, I believe that she will not do it again. Very, very interesting. Thanks, guys, for sharing that. Okay, so I think the next question, right, we want to ask for both men and women, both of you can answer at the same time, okay? So what do you think is the reason why people cheat? Okay, so I think like lots of articles, have been written about this. But in your opinion, why? Why do you think people actually cheat? So and then if like the answer is not in the poll, right, you can also share in the chat as well. Okay, come, share with us your thoughts. Why do you think people cheat? This one also have like a very clear winner. It's like a lot of people actually chose this answer. Interesting. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, end poll. Okay, so majority of you guys, like 51% of you guys actually say because something is missing in their own relationship, emotionally or physically. Interesting. I actually agree with that as well. The next one, actually all the rest is very close. The next highest one is no reason. If they are a cheater, they will cheat. Okay, that's 16%. 14% say it's just timing. Sometimes it's due to the situation. 10% say they are bored with their partner. And 8% say because someone else who's more compatible came along. Interesting. And then of course we also have some of you guys who say that, okay, let's see. Andy say maybe lack of understanding. Joanna say there's always a reason why people cheat and it's usually unplanned. And D say I had a similar experience and until now I still don't know the reason. Okay, so maybe Renee, you want to share with us, what's your take on this situation for Alex, and what would you advise Alex, if like let's say Alex is your coaching client and come to share with you this situation that he's in.
If Alex is my coaching client and if he's in this room, I just want to say I really feel for you. Because betrayal by a trusted partner is certainly one of the most painful experiences in life. You may feel betrayed, confused at how your partner could hurt you like this. So it causes a lot of pain, anger, and confusion. However, even when you're feeling pain and anger, it doesn't mean your love for this person will automatically stop. So I understand your dilemma that you still love your ex a lot and it's really hard to move on. But it's also important that we give ourselves permission to feel whatever comes naturally. So take the time you need, to release, process all of your feelings. From my professional experience, rather than being stuck with one person who hurt you, trying to get back together, hoping they will change, it's better to give yourself um, the energy, your energy to someone else who deserves your attention more. So my advice now is really you just heal first and focus on yourself. It may seem hard at first, but time really heal the wounds. And when you're ready to date again, right, open your heart to someone else. Just because you've been cheated before or once, it doesn't mean it is going to happen again. It takes time to learn to trust again, that's for sure. But who knows that the new person will be someone you will love more than the cheated ex.
Yeah, agree, Renee. So I think some people have also said, right, like if you read the same book, why you expect a different ending? So I think maybe that's what they're trying to say. Or some of them say that, oh, a leopard never changed his spot. So I think what Renee is saying is like at the end of the day, like yeah, there's still many fishes out there in the sea, right? So why just focus on one person? Okay, thank you, Renee, for that. What about Angela? What are your thoughts on this?
Yes, instead of trying to justify or making excuses for what your ex did to you, so you need to switch the focus. So your ex may feel very apologizing and tell you her reasons why she cheated. And most likely, nothing is going to make you feel better. So I'm not saying that she can't change, but in fact, she may just be so regretful of what she did, and that she will be a better person in the future. And who knows, maybe you may end up getting back together with her again. But I think for now, you need to just focus on what you are in control of, which is your own actions and your own healing, like what Renee said. So don't rush anything. And if you feel you need more guidance, you can always work with a professional coach, so who can really give you some right tools to help you to navigate your feelings, your pain, and help you to move on.
Thanks, Angela, for that. So I think when it comes to cheating situation, right, it can be very traumatizing actually, because I think like what Renee has also mentioned, we tend to feel very upset, very angry, like we feel very hurt, and it's definitely probably one of the worst things that can happen to anyone, because you are like really betrayed by someone that you love. So I think for a relationship to be able to move forward, I mean, of course, it's for the person who did it to feel bad. But I think it's more than that. Like other than just the person who did it feel bad, the person whom it had been done to, that means the person who had been cheated on, also need to be able to move on. Because I think the challenge right now with cheating is that there are just so much evidence out there if you want to dig. Because like everything is digital, like you probably can find a lot of like evidence, like you can just keep digging, and like I don't know, it's like on one hand you might end up feeling very satisfying that you are able to find all this evidence of the cheating, but on the other hand it of course like just make you feel worse. So for the person who's being cheated, and for this relationship to even stand a chance, like the person who's being cheated on really need to be able to let go, and then not keep bringing this up over and over and over again, which is very easy to do, because like obviously like we feel that we have been wrong, like it's very clear that okay, you are in the wrong. But I think one of the answers also that was been given, right, is that maybe we also need to reflect on ourselves as well. I mean, not to say that we are trying to blame the victim or anything, but I think in any relationship, anything that happens, like I think we all have a contributing factor to a situation. So I think it's important that both parties are even able to come to the table and like look at the situation and then talk about it, not like blame each other, but really talk about it and see what certain things that have contributed to where he or she, where they are right now. And then rather than keep looking backwards, is really to look forward, and then like move towards like, okay, what are the actions that we can do right now to move forward in the future, so that we can put this behind us and start building the relationship anew. Because I think if the person who has been cheated on cannot do that, then the chances of this relationship working out probably would be very, very slim lah. So hope like those of you who are in this situation, and of course like if Andy you are listening in, Alex you're listening in right now, I hope this really help with your question. And last but not least, we also have another question here from another lady. Her name is Kathy. So Kathy, partner has a anger management issue. Oh my goodness. Okay, like I think like now like everybody's very stressed. So anger management is definitely very real. So he gets quickly angry very quickly. He has a very very bad temperament. So even a small argument can lead to a huge argument. Okay, the good thing is that he's never physically violent, but then she just couldn't take like all this verbal, like I'm not sure whether he verbally abused her, but it just sounds like the anger management is just quite bad. So a few months ago he called and said that he really wants to patch up, he has changed, and apparently he also went to a therapist. Because of this, he has improved a lot and he feels like a different person right now. Wow, that's great. However, Kathy said that she still cannot forget his past behavior. So part of her admit that if it's not for this anger management issue, she would continue to be with him. But however, now that he has gotten help, should she give him another chance? What do you think? What should I do? Wow. Okay, this is not easy. I think the good news is, of course, like it looks like he has started to take steps to make amends. Okay, so quick one, like because we are running short of time. So ladies, what do you think? If you were in Kathy's shoes, would you give him a second chance? Okay. Yes, please. Fast, 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 fast. Fastest finger win. Okay, so all the answers are coming in right now. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to close the poll right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you guys thank you ladies for answering. Okay, so the ladies say that I'm not sure yet, but I'm open to meeting him again and see how he has changed, to see whether he has changed. Okay, I think that's very logical. So half of the room said that. 23% of the room, which is quite significant as well. So like 1 in 4 actually say that definitely not. Okay, so I think those who say definitely not probably just feel that probably lepers cannot change his spots, I guess along those lines. 18% say I'll be very, very skeptical, but I won't reject him 100%. Okay, so that's very similar to definitely not, but maybe still like give a bit of chance. And 8% say yes, because he's brave to admit his mistake and had gotten professional help. Okay, thanks, ladies, for sharing that. And the next question is for ladies as well. So do you think people can change? Okay, this one is an easy one lah. Okay, so it's like just either of course, no, or maybe. Okay, so ladies, come, let us know your thoughts. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, closing the poll. Okay, so the majority of ladies, 66%, wow, this is a very high percentage, say maybe it's possible but not easy. Okay, so it seems like generally like ladies think that okay like it's not going to be easy. Okay, so let's now ask the guys. Okay, see if the guys also think the same. Okay, so guys, what do you think? Do you think people can change? Okay, guys, come, fast. Okay, wow, okay, like based on initial answers, seems like guys also feel the same as ladies. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, close. So guys also 67%, very similar to ladies. Okay, I think just now ladies is 66%, so 67% of guys also say maybe it's possible but not easy. Okay, only 13% say that of course. Okay, interesting. And last question for the guys, okay, which is, do you think Kathy should give him a second chance? Okay, so for guys, what do you think? Okay, so while you guys are putting that in, let me see what do you guys think. Okay, Louis say this character wouldn't change. Andy say forgive lah. Ziming say you don't want to meet your parents with a black eye, right? Violence is always not the answer. Yeah, okay, I guess in this case there's no physical violence lah. So I think they say that is Kathy had mentioned it's just maybe verbal so far. Okay, so I'm just going to close it right now, and then let's see. So guys, 41% guys say I think Kathy should meet him again and see for herself whether he has changed, which is, I think, very similar to what the ladies have said as well. Okay, so Renee, what do you think? Like, how do you think Kathy can overcome this situation, and should Kathy actually give her ex a second chance?
I think this one is quite tricky. First of all, I think Kathy has to really ask herself, like, has she truly forgiven her ex who hurt her? Because your experience of someone who has hurt you, right, while painful, is now nothing more than a thought or feeling that you carry around. So many people say, if you forgive someone, then you forget. But it's actually almost impossible to truly forget a wrong that has been committed against you. So it happened to you, and you experienced how hurtful it was. So that is something that is impossible to erase from your memory. Forgiving someone is the fundamental before considering, right, whether you give a second chance or not. So some aspects of attitude and personality can change over time with some dedicated effort. Before someone can make a lasting change to a specific behavior, firstly, they need to want to make those changes. So when they say they got help to change, it means they have the will to change, which is good. Before you decide to give a second chance, right? I think, Kathy, maybe you can see first to see if they really have changed. You can actually go out with them a couple of times to see. After that, you can decide.
Okay, thanks Renee for that. Angela, what about you?
Yes, so I'm just like going to give another perspective lah, and giving the guy the benefit of doubt. So he was like being hurtful towards you, Kathy. So not because he wants to, but because he just doesn't know how to control his anger. So like what Renee said lah, I think it's like great that he acknowledged it. And he actively seek help. Maybe that will help you to make that decision, is to look at his like qualities and values. So for example, does he keep his promises? Does he respect you? Does he share your goals? Does he support you lah? So this will help you to see not only the bad things about him, but also the good. So some people deserve a second chance. Some people may not. So it's okay to give them another chance if you really feel that they show you some effort.
Wow, thanks Angela for that. I think that makes a lot of sense. It's true. I think, of course, anger management is a big part, because like if a person is constantly angry all the time, like it's really quite difficult to be in such a relationship. But at the same time, I think that makes sense, because it could be like anger management could be like a disease, like an addiction, like what Angela you have mentioned, and there could be other parts of him as well that that is really good, like that that works really well. So yeah, maybe to take a step back to not just see the bad but also the good. And I think in this case, like Kathy, I think one thing which is very, very encouraging is that this person have actually taken a step to see a therapist and to work on it, because I think not a lot of people can do that. And the fact that like this person has done it, and of course have also spent some time doing it, I think it shows that this person is really sincere of wanting to make a change. So definitely, I think like what a lot of people have mentioned, right? To just meet up with the person again and to see for yourself whether he has really changed, like what he have said, and maybe we can see how it goes from there. Let's see. We do have some other comments from our community. So Joseph says some people change when they are older, but it takes decades. Yeah, I think sometimes people take really long to change, but I think sometimes when people given the right nudge, or the right reason, they can change very quickly as well. Amy said that there are some partner that brings out the best in their partner, but some really have this trait that unintentionally brings out the worst from their partner as well. So he can change his anger attitude, but also need support to not provoke or trigger this. Wow, Amy, I think that is awesome advice. So it's true. And I think it's very important to also understand what triggers ourselves and also our partner. So I can't remember the book for this, but I remember attending this lecture or this seminar where there was this person who was actually talking all about triggers. And I think that's so interesting because there are certain things that trigger us because it's again maybe our personal value system. It's like certain things that we hold very dearly. So there are certain things that to other people they'll be like, huh, why are you even angry? But because of our upbringing or our background, or I mean just like I say values, right? We get triggered. So if we could just understand each other triggers better, and just like what Amy have said, then maybe then we can work together as well to try not to like keep doing things that trigger each other. Yeah, totally. I think that's great advice. Wow, okay, I'm so proud of us because I was very worried, like, are we able to answer all the 3 questions that have been asked by the participants? Like, I mean, a lot of questions have come in, but of course we have to only choose 3. So I was really worried that we wouldn't have time to do all 3. So very, very happy to be able to do all 3. And of course, I want to thank all of you guys for like, doing the poll and also like sharing in the chat on like some great advice for 3 of our participants who have sent in their questions, Anne, Alex, as well as Kathy. So of course, before we end, I just want to share with you very quickly on the special gift that we have for you tonight. So tonight we actually have an ebook, which is 3 ways to know if you like someone or if you are just lonely. Wow, interesting. So I think this could also maybe be quite applicable to those of you who are thinking like, do I want to get back with my ex? Do I really love my ex? Or is my ex really suitable? Or am I just lonely? So maybe this is something that might apply to you as well. And of course, you can also get a complimentary dating analysis session other than the ebook. And I think if you have benefited from tonight's session, please, please, please do recommend us to your friends as well. You can do so by using the same link. You can refer us to your friends. And I think before I end, I always would like to ask this because I think at the end of the day, you have spent an hour with us. It has been really fun, it has been really engaging, and of course hearing from you as well. But I just want to hear from you guys, what is your biggest takeaway from tonight? Like, what is the one thing that you're like, oh wow, that's interesting, I never thought about that before. Something that is an aha moment for you that you would apply for your dating journey going forward, or maybe it's something that you feel that you will keep in mind as you go on with this dating journey. Yes, let us know. Okay, so we have Adeline who say it's important to calibrate your feelings before wanting to see your ex again. Yes, I love that. Sunny say a leopard never changes its spots. Okay. Anything else? Let us know. What is the aha moment for you tonight? What is something that you have learned? Let us know. Let us know. And while your thoughts are coming in, I also want to share with you that our next webinar, it's really interesting. We are going to have a very special guest. This is actually someone that I've known for a very long time. So some of you might know that 17 years ago, I actually flew to New York and attended this course from a matchmaking institute. And actually Julie is someone that I met from way back then. Yeah, so she has been a matchmaker for a very, very long time. I mean, I've been in this for 17 years. She has been in this, I don't know, maybe double, triple, how long I've been. So very excited to have her join us in the next webinar. She'll be sharing inside the matchmaker's mind. So I mean, of course, you've been hearing a lot from myself and of course from all my amazing coaches and matchmakers as well. But I think it'll be quite interesting to hear a different perspective from another matchmaker, someone who has been in this field for 20, 30 years. And what are some of the stories, she'll be sharing some real stories about what makes a really good match, what would make someone a great catch, what are some of the common mistakes that modern daters actually make, and a lot more. So if you're interested to hear from a very experienced matchmaker, do remember to sign up at lunchactually.com/webinar.